potential of this amplifier. Alrighty guys, so we're back. I forgot that I was going to hijack his video. Alright, so here we go. He's already outside putting that in the car. It's going to take him a few minutes to get situated anyways. So I'll be out there in a minute to record. And just so you guys know, this is what we do. Open and record, open and record, open and record. Alright, here we go. I'm kind of excited about this. I hope you guys are too. I should have this in future videos. I'm hoping to get it in my car fairly soon. Test it out. Alright, so we have the Bass Rockers Z3K1, high power monoblock, full range, Class D amplifier, 3000 watts at 1 ohm, 1600 watts at 2 ohms, and 800 watts at 4 ohms. I'm wondering now. So we have remote power inside, protect and clip indicator. That's interesting. Alright, so we'll be back. Stay tuned for this video. Alright guys, welcome back. So we are here today with the Bass Rockers Z3K1, their 3000 watt amplifier. Now guys, not only is this a 3000 watt amplifier, but I also got this on a crazy deal. It was $120. Now for the options this thing has, it has a power light on here. Okay, so I thought it had a clip light. It must be on the amplifier. So the clip light must be on the amplifier. So nothing crazy. It's just a bass remote. But honestly, right at the moment, I'm using the Slaps Audio 2K, and the bass remote's very similar on the 2K. On the 5K, they have a really nice remote. So this honestly reminds me something like the, what's that name, Top Strong Gear? Something like the Top Strong Gear amplifier. Very similar. To the look anyways. I mean, it really looks like the top, like it could stay Top Strong Gear here and very easily. 3000 watts at 1 ohm. So usually a lot of times with these 3000 watt amps, it's at 1 ohm. They do make, like the Stetson and Tar amps now, they make a 2 ohm amp. So if you're running a higher impedance, you can get that amp and run it that way. Now looking at this, first off, it reminds me a lot of the Soundstream TXP1 with the way it's set up here. It looks exactly like the TXP1. The gauge wire here looks to be like 8 gauge wire. It has your protect, your clip, and your power light here. Here's your remote, your functions, your crossover, your input, output. So it has one input, one output. Here's your fan on the side here, so it does have a fan. Now this is very small for a 3000 watt amp. It's actually smaller than the Tar amps or the Stetson. I'm going to grab those out just so you guys can see them. Now this is a little I don't know why they put such small inputs on a 3000 watt amp. I'm guessing you would have to use reducers. It is nice that they separated them with the 12 volt and the ground on opposite sides and the remote in the middle. The 12 volt looks to be like, I don't want to say I can fit 4 gauge wire inside here. I want to say it's probably like 6 gauge, 5 gauge. It's not 4 gauge. Not 4 gauge, and this looks to be like 8 gauge remote. Other than that, I mean, it's pretty straightforward, pretty basic. And I'm excited to try this. See what it does. If it's more powerful or the same power as some of the other amplifiers I'm doing. If it can run right at 1 ohm, like a live load, not a static load, a live load right at 1 ohm. How much amperage it's going to take to do that same amount of power. Give me 1 second, we'll be right back, guys. I'm going to grab them other amps. Alright, I hope you can see on the camera there. It looks like it's kind of blurry. Alright. Alright, so we have the Stetson, or the tar amps, Stetson, and bass rockers, all 3K amps. Let me see how we can see that here. Make sure we can see that nice and clear. Alright, there we go. So you can see the bass rockers is clearly much smaller than the tar amps or the Stetson. It can actually like fit inside of those amps. I think I have my ruler right here, and I'll do measurements for you. Now at the same time, the tar amps is right around $200. The Stetson it's about $200. Now this is a 1 ohm, this is a 2 ohm amp. So these are also rated at 12 volts, not 14.5. This is rated at 14 volts, so it's rated at a higher voltage. Excuse me. Let's see here. All right, so I don't think I need much more than that. All right, so we are at 9 inches on the tar amps. 9 inches on the tar amps. Stetson is also 9 inches. And the bass rockers comes in at just under 8 inches. Width-wise, we're going to go by the back end on the clamp side there. So about 7¼ inches. Also 7¼ inches, and to the feet on here we're looking at about 6¼ inches. So all around it's an inch smaller. Alright, so 2½ inches ish, a little bit taller than 2½ inches on height. The Stetson is actually 3 inches in height. 2½ inches on the bass rockers. So the tar amps and the bass rockers are 2 inches in height, and this is 3 inches in height, and this is an inch smaller in length and width than the Stetson and tar amps. So guys, I'll be back with some tests. We're going to do a 4 ohm test, a 2 ohm test, and a 1 ohm test live, not statically. We'll be back. Alright guys, welcome back, subs and pause. Alright, so I have here the bass rockers Z3K1. It says RMS 1 × 3000 at 1 ohm. So I have this wired to 2 ohms. It runs at roughly 3 to 4 ohms. So this will be the 4 ohm test. I already somewhat tested it and I ended up switching power supplies because I figured it was my fuse in my power supply limiting my power. So, or the wire or something, I don't know. So I'm just going to start up here. The amplifier did shut off on me. Nothing blew, no fuse blew. It just went into protect. I restarted everything and it turned right back on. Alright, so here we go. 4 ohm test, guys. You can see 4.2 ohms there. Oh, let me restart here. Alright, so see 3.6. Running on the Kicker L7S. I'm using my better camera for the subwoofer and my good camera for the dyno right now. Oh wow, so we got down to 2.7 ohms. So we did go pretty low there. Okay, I'm gonna turn it up 1 notch here and hopefully everything stays running. I know the speaker can handle it. Alright, here we go. Let's see what happens here. Fingers crossed. There it went. 1423 watts at 4.6 ohms. And it just shut off and went into protect. So I'm wondering if there's something up with the amplifier, or because as soon as it goes over, I think the last time I did this, I'm going to shut my power supply off now. The last time it did this, here, let me show this, blinking there. Well, I'll just do this, and I'll take my other camera off. So there it is blinking there, and you heard it cut right off. The last time, like I said, now watch, I'll restart it. And let me just keep that live there. I'll restart the amp and restart the power supply. Now it didn't come back on. Now nothing. It says nothing there. Okay, maybe I didn't shut it off. Ah. Whoa. Yeah, we'll turn this back down before I pop it again. So as long as I leave it at this volume running at that, you know, conservative power, it does fine. But as soon as so the power supply didn't make a difference, the fuse didn't make a difference. The last time I think I've been trying to say this, I got 1356 watts and it did the same thing. It was about the same impedance and it shut down. So I don't know, now this is wired to 2 ohms, so I'm kind of weary to try anything other. You know what I mean? I feel like I should give it a shot anyways. I mean, I have the I have a lot of different configurations. I think I'm going to do something wired to 1 ohm first, and we'll go from there. So I think I'm going to do something wired to 1 ohm. And that should run around 2 ohms, because you can see this is running right around 4 ohms there. It does drop, like I said, but it never goes under like 2.5 ohms, so it's more of a 3 to 4 ohm test. Alright, so I'm gonna power this down here and shut this off here. Alright guys, welcome back. So I've had this going now for about a minute or two, just flexing a little bit, trying to see what I'm getting here for power and how it's running. So far it's running smooth. Somebody had mentioned something about the volts for the power supply. Somebody else said something about the impedance going too high. So I have a speaker now that runs right in that sweet spot. It doesn't go too high and it stays right around 1 ohm. So now they did rate it at 1, 2, and 4 ohms. So they did rate it across the whole board. So something going now the amplifier is not hot or anything. Now it's running very low too. I mean, it's not going over 100 watts, I don't think. Yeah, 135 watts. So it's not going over 200 watts right now. So let's go a little bit more. Now I'm doing this all live with you guys. You can see it's running at 0.9, 1 ohm. Right in that range, from between 0.9 and under 2 ohms. So it's not going over 1.5. So we're getting, I guess, a high of 300-400 watts. So 403 watts, I think that's the high there. Alright, so let's go up one more bump here. Let's see what happens. I wanted to see if it would... there we go. Clipping on the... It's not clipping anywhere, that's the thing. Okay, so that was the high point. So I gotta shut everything off here. So I mean, that's the... I'm guessing I didn't see where it clipped on the... what it did for power. I have to put it on dyno mode for that. So I put it on dyno power. Alright, so we'll try that again. I don't understand what's going on. It seems like it's doing it every time it goes to a certain power. So we got 543 watts, so it must have been right over 1,000 watts. I'm gonna try something here. I mean, I got you guys live. I mean, not live, you're on camera. I'm gonna turn down the bass boost. I'm gonna turn it right off. The bass boost is off, completely off. I'm going to reset the dyno here. I'm going to go up. Now this volume actually where I have it right now is where it shut off last time, except we don't have any bass boost on. It might be all the way up on the... it's not a head unit. I know I used that word in the last video that I made of it, but it's not a head unit. I'm using a phone. I do have... Okay, so I did have another volume there. Seems to be running it okay so far. So we got 351 at 1.2 ohms, and I don't think I have any more volume here. Amplifier is still cool. I don't think I have any more volume. That's maxed out on volume. Wow. So we got 700 and, oh no, that's not right. So now when you add bass to an amplifier, it does, now I mean in a car I could probably turn this up more, obviously, and because obviously in a car you would be looking for more power. So, I mean, I don't know. I suppose, let's see, what do I have to do to plug this in? Alright, so I'm going to try to plug in my radio directly into here and see what happens. So we'll be right back. I'm just going to pause this, shut everything down, and we'll be right back. Alright? Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Alright guys, welcome back. Oh, hold on. Dyno camera went off here. Come on.
Behind you! Behind you!
There we go. Alright, there we go. You can see it now. Alright, so I have the, I'm using my Pioneer AVH 3500 NEX, I think it's called. Alright, so I have it on volume 20 right now. And, oh, we're getting not much power. Let's see if I can put it down as much as possible there. If you hear noise, that's my grandson playing in the background. 0.1 on. Oops, come on. Let's see if I can make this. There we go. 0.1 again. What is this? Again, 0.1.
Oh my goodness. John, can you give that to Callan?
Let's see.
Hey, Callan.
Start over again. So we're at volume 25 on the radio. I don't know how far it goes. So 1.1 ohms. 102. So we're going to go to volume 30. Let's see what we get here. Oh. 220 watts, 1.1 ohms. 390 watts, 1 ohm. Alright, so nothing's shutting off right now, but I have the bass off. So I don't know what I got for power last time. So I mean the sub sounds okay, really. It doesn't sound bad. you would definitely want this to do a lot more in your car if you were running this in your car. So I'm going to try adding some bass boost now on the amplifier. Here we go. We got 390 watts so far, 1 ohm exactly. 354 watts, 1.2 ohms. Alright, we'll be right back, guys. Alright, guys, welcome back again. So, gotta get the dyno on here. Here we go. Alright, so we're going to put on dyno power again. So, I'm going to just try to raise the bass. I'm going to turn up the gain up a little bit again. I'm going to gradually turn things up until it shuts off on us. I'm trying to see. I don't understand why this is shutting off the way it is. I mean, it should not be. So I'm going to put that there. I'm going to turn the bass back down. So I turned the gain up a little bit, and let's see what happens here. Okay. So we're just going to continue from where we were. Rewind it back. Alright, let's go. Let's see. With 700 watts at 1 ohm. Right at 1 ohm. So I mean the amp is so far so good. $779 at 0.9. $779 at 0.9 there. Start here. So I have no bass boost on it at all right now. So far she's running. We're not clipping at all. The amp does have a clip light on it. I don't know if that's what the problem was. Bass is super sensitive, or alright, I'm gonna try to go up a little bit on the volume on the head unit here. See if I can get any more out of it. So we got 594 there, 677 I just saw. $545. And again, we're running on a actual head unit now. It's the Pioneer AVH30. There we go. Shut off. 838 at 0.9 ohms. So I don't know. It doesn't matter what we're doing here. It's just shutting off on us. So I don't know if I got a faulty amplifier. I don't know what to do here. I'm confused. And I had no bass boost on there at all. So I mean, if you put this thing in your car, you would have an absolutely nightmarish headache right now. And I don't know if you guys know me, but I hate giving bad reviews on products. Ugh. I don't know what to do. All right, well, I guess we'll call that that. So, I appreciate you guys watching anyways. Stay tuned for more videos. We'll be back for more. And as always, guys, take care of yourselves and each other. Peace!